during the Second World War. The planning for the D-Day landings on June 6, 1944, in Normandy represented one of the most ambitious and high-stakes operations in military history, with Allied leaders fully aware that success hinged not only on overcoming the formidable German coastal defenses of the Atlantic Wall but also on transporting an enormous invasion force across the English Channel without catastrophic interference from the Kriegsmarine's formidable U-boat fleet, which had already inflicted devastating losses on Allied shipping throughout the protracted and brutal Battle of the Atlantic, sinking thousands of merchant vessels and warships in a campaign that at its peak in 1940 to 1943 nearly severed Britain's vital supply lifelines from North America. The central question that has fascinated historians and military analysts ever since is whether Germany, had it employed its submarines with perfect timing, superior coordination, and a more aggressive strategy focused specifically on the invasion routes, could have inflicted sufficient damage to halt, even prevent the D-Day landings altogether. Technically, U-boats remained extraordinarily dangerous weapons even in the later stages of the war. The ubiquitous Type VII models, produced in vast numbers and forming the backbone of the fleet, were compact, maneuverable underwater predators capable of prolonged submerged operations. Armed with up to 14 torpedoes including advanced acoustic homing types by 1944, and proven masters of the wolf pack tactic that allowed coordinated attacks to overwhelm escorts and devastate convoys in open ocean ambushes. Yet by 1944, the German U-boat arm was grappling with profound and ultimately insurmountable limitations that severely curtailed its effectiveness. Chronic fuel shortages restricted operational range and training, irreplaceable losses of highly experienced commanders and crews, many of the ace captains from the happy times of 1940 to 1942 had been killed. Mechanical unreliability in newer boats rushed into service. And most critically, complete Allied dominance of the skies over the Channel, where thousands of sorties by radar-equipped long-range aircraft denied submarines the ability to surface safely for battery recharging or high-speed transit. In stark contrast, the Allies had developed a comprehensive and layered anti-submarine warfare system that proved devastatingly effective. Advanced Centime Tri-Sea radar undetectable by German Met-Ox warning receivers. Improved sonar known as DIC to the British. Forward-throwing weapons like the Hedgehog mortar that launched salvos of contact-fused bombs in patterns ahead of escort ships vastly superior to rolling-depth charges astern. Light-equipped aircraft for night attacks. Escort carriers providing constant air cover, and hunter-killer groups that proactively sought out and destroyed U-boats rather than merely defending convoys. Perhaps the single greatest Allied advantage, however, was the top-secret ultra-intelligence derived from breaking the German Enigma cipher at Bletchley Park, where brilliant codebreakers including figures like Alan Turing using early computing machines like the Bommy and Colossus deciphered high-level naval communications in near real time, revealing exact U-boat positions, patrol lines, refueling rendezvous, and operational orders, allowing convoys to reroute safely and directing lethal strikes against the submarines themselves. On D-Day itself, The sheer magnitude of Operation Neptune, the largest amphibious assault in history, involving over 5,000 ships and landing craft dispersed across wide sea lanes, supported by overwhelming naval gunfire and air cover, made it practically impossible for the limited number of operational German submarines, fewer than 50 in the Atlantic theater, many undergoing repairs or crew training, to concentrate enough firepower to decisively disrupt the landings. At best, a perfectly executed attack might have sunk several dozen transports, causing heavy casualties and temporary logistical delays, perhaps postponing full buildup by hours or even a few days. But the invasion's multiple beaches, redundant supply routes, and rapid follow-up waves ensured that no single submarine campaign could achieve strategic paralysis. Historical evidence bears this out dramatically. Despite Grand Admiral Karl D. Nitz's frantic post-landing orders to throw every available boat into the channel in a do-or-die effort, the results were catastrophic for Germany, with around 20 to 25 U-boats destroyed in the invasion area during June-August 1940, for many by air attack or coordinate surface groups, in exchange for sinking only a handful of warships and landing craft amid the thousands involved. While the shallow waters, extensive minefields, and relentless patrols turn the region into a death trap for submerged operations. Ultimately, even with hypothetically better strategic foresight, such as repositioning snorkel-equipped boats in the Channel or overcoming intelligence blindness through deception failures, German U-boats in 1940 simply lacked the numbers, technological parity, operational freedom, and supporting air surface forces to defeat an undertaking of D-Day's scale. This was a war that, by that late stage, could no longer be won or even meaningfully contested through submarine warfare alone, as the Allies' hard-won mastery of anti-submarine tactics, intelligence supremacy, and industrial superiority had transformed the once dreaded underwater threat into a costly and largely impotent sideshow, ensuring that the Normandy beaches were stormed successfully and paving the way for the liberation of Western Europe.